Hello, I am Sean Sands from GamersWithJobs.com. We're back for more KSP. Um, I keep hoping there's going to be a Duna mission in here, but there's just not. So my thought for today is that we just go to Duna anyway. Like, there's no requirement. We don't have to do the mission. We can do whatever we want. We have 800,000 Kerbucks in the bank. Let's take care of science first. Let's see. So I think maybe I'm going to get a couple of these Separatrons. I would like to have those and just stop worrying so much about the staging and having, fuel tanks, empty fuel tanks collide with the ship. So I think we are going to research that. And that's going to be about it. It's going to be about it. I do have a ship I've already been working on here for Duna. It's still, frankly, a lot like our last ship, just with more everything. We are going to. It's got about 8,000 Delta V, which I think is right in the ballpark of a Duna trip. We're going to take a chance with it. I think this will get us there, get us into orbit around Duna, and get us back. So let's find those little Separatrons that we just got, and we will use them to make these things go away from our ship as they detach, and like that. Do I want two of them? Okay. Now, we don't want them all to go at the same time. So we have kind of a basic asparagus staging here. This group goes first, yep. So we're going to take off. These fuel tanks will empty, but they're funneling this way. So we need the Separatrons on these to fire, which are the ones that are right here. Okay? So those fire with that separation stage. Those fire with that separation stage. That's correct. Which means the other Separatrons fire with this separation stage. And that should keep us safe. Limited. That's limited. Gives us about 1.6 thrust to weight. We can bring that down a little more. 1.59 might be a little lower than I want to go. Yeah, 1.6 I'm happy with. So detach and then fire your rockets at the same time. I think that's a life lesson for you. Separatrons and detach. Separatrons and detach. Detach, fire, come home. All right, we're going to save that. And I also have already lined up, I'll show you. And I've just eyeballed it. Again, I'm going fairly mod-free here. But I have lined up about in the position we want to be with Duna to get a intercept with it. I looked it up online. You want to be about 44 or so degrees behind Duna, and that feels right to me. There'll probably be a couple of segments of this particular episode where I save you guys all the fiddly bits of me tinkering with maneuver nodes, so probably dash out and dash back in a couple of times when I've got stuff lined up the way I want it. But for now, let's just take this baby into orbit, see what we do from there. All right, our first mission to Duna, Jebediah. No, maybe not Jebediah. You know what? Revert to vehicle assembly. We're going to take our other pilot. Jeb's getting to have all the fun. He'll get to go to Duna at some point. Jeb, you're out. Valentina, you're in. Climb in, Valentina. And then we launch. Valentina's going to Duna. Maybe. Hopefully. SAS on. RCS on. Throttle to full. Last check on staging. All looks good. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, just a clean launch. Just a real clean launch. I get overly pleased with myself when I have an okay launch. I'm like, hey, we go 300 meters up. I'm like, hey, really good job. Good job, me. I did it. I got us 300 meters up and going the right direction still. We haven't toppled end over end. Yeah, I can't complain about that. This thing controls a lot better, so I'm going to go ahead and just sort of touch it over a bit now. It's also super fast. I think we learned that lesson last time, that if you don't get this thing with some horizontal, with some lateral movement, you're just going to go basically straight up real fast. So I want to flatten out that a bit, not too much. Got 12 seconds of burn left. We're going pretty fast. I'm going to throttle down a bit. Keep accelerating, but don't have to over-accelerate. Apoap's already up at 13,000 meters. See if our separatrons work. 2, 1, and detach. Yeah, a little bit. Kept them away. Go ahead and tilt more, get to about a 45, close in on that 45-degree mark. No atmospheric effects, because we're not going that fast still. Probably wanted to go a little faster. Coming up on apoapsis of 25,000 meters, 25 kilometers, and everything looks good. Everything looks good. I'm happy with all of this. Once it's about 50,000, we're going to turn down to the 90-degree mark here and burn up to about 85,000 for our apoapsis. All right. Lots of delta V. I mean, again, as usual, we'll spend most of your delta V. So I was looking up the numbers on the delta V a bit needed to get to Duna. My plan is to do some aerobraking in Duna's atmosphere. Kind of finish our roll here. Yeah, the plan is to use Duna's atmosphere to help slow us down. That will save us some fuel. I'm going to go ahead and rotate now. Which, you know, is scary because of some of the aerobraking we've done in Kerbin has been definitely terrifying at times. 63. Probably didn't need to turn it over quite yet, but it's fine. Hopefully we're not wasting a ton. You know what? I don't like this one. I think we did this bad. We're all right. We're up to about, I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't a really efficient launch, which is unfortunate because what we needed was a good, efficient launch. But still, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. 480, yeah, that's good. It depends. How much more delta V do we need to make our orbit? Doesn't look like it's going to be a lot. It's nice circularized there. And that is only 261. Okay, okay, I'm not that upset with that. I think that's fine. That'll still get us with our... we can detach. What a... okay, I've learned some important lesson here. That's terrifying. Okay, we need... man, we gave those things some torque. These things have got some spin on them. Got some English right there. It's something to look at, that's for sure. It's only a 10-second burn. So we will fast forward a bit. Okay. Don't want to go too far. Don't need to make any dumb mistakes with my time warp there and go. Leave those spinny things behind. All right, and go ahead and even this out a bit. Yeah, that's plenty good. 84,000 apoaps, 82 periaps. Do a quick save, and we're good. Now for the hard part. Let's take a look. So we want to be going parallel to Kerbin's orbit. We want to come off like this. Essentially, our trajectory is going to be coming off and kind of coming around and probably meeting up with Duna somewhere way over here. So we'll set his target. And let's see if we get super lucky. Let's go ahead and set up a node. Moon's not in the way, right? I've had that happen before where the moon just gets in the way. It's like, stop it, moon. Let's go ahead and zip past our maneuver so it's not in the way when we're trying to make maneuvers. There we go. And we will begin. Now, I know for a fact it's going to take somewhere between 1,300, 1,400 probably to even get start to get an intercept, maybe 1,100. All right, so let's pull back and see what happens. Okay, closest at approach, 7 million. And we know the approach is going to be somewhere over there. If we adjust this around the orbit a little bit, do we get closer? Yep, that's making the numbers go down, which I like. 6 million, 5 million, 4 million. Kick it out a bit. All right, we've got an intercept, which is good enough for me for now. Periaps is pretty far out there, but we can make some adjustments in space as we're kind of getting closer, which will be more what we want to do for fine-tuning anyway. So 1160 delta V with 2580 in the tank is going to let us have this main stage all the way to Duna and help us burn into orbit with 1800 left in reserve to get us back out of orbit and get us home, which should be plenty. I think. I feel like that's plenty. Yeah. So we will just burn this this trajectory. Keep it nice and clean as we can. Gotta slow it down here so we don't go zooming past. That's going to do it. All right. And we have a periaps of 38 million. Nice. That's going to take us quite a long way. So let's get to our escape. Our Kerbin escape. Escape from Kerbin. And we might do a crew report out here. Did I remember to put a... We've never been in sort of intersolar space before. Let's see. So did I put a communicatron on this? I did not. Okay, well, so much for that idea. Yeah, because I'm gonna save all my science then for when we actually get to Duna. Okay, let's dash forward a bit. So here we are in relation to Duna. Our intercept, like I said, is way over on the other side of the sun, some year away. So we will get moving out there and actually do kind of an initial maneuver somewhere over here. We got Moho, Eve, which is another one we might want to visit at some point. Trez, Jewel, and way out there, Elu. Never been to any of those, actually. I've only ever been to Duna and Kerbin, so it might be fun to try and hit one of those. Always lots of science. So we no longer have an intercept, which is fine. Our orbit's okay. Could be better. Let's go ahead and try and regain that intercept. There it is. So we're looking at a periaps of 34 million. 33. We'll start winding that down. Nope. Got it down to 14 million. Nope, we'll go this way. Nope, we'll go this way. Nope, neither of those. That's not the problem. Problem is, going a little... No. Can't dial this in any more than that. There we go. We need to incline this direction. What is that called? Normal? I think it's normal. It's getting us a little better. Yeah, now we're in... Now we're looking at... Okay, yeah. If I can get under 1 million, I can finish the rest pretty much once we're there. All right. That's good. And see, out here, this is only 42 delta V. And, I mean, it's making huge amounts of difference. Turn SAS. Oh, I'm still at warp. Very, very tiny warp. SAS, RCAS back on. Okay. Was wondering why I couldn't move for a second there. RCS2 thrusters make such a difference. Do you remember just a few episodes ago where this, please just turn at all. So we're mostly moving prograde. And we are going to burn very softly here. Very good. Okay, that's good. And now we have an encounter, still 1.9 million, but let's go ahead and dial it in a bit more. Get up in this sort of area. Looks like we're coming underneath the planet. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're not going to come in a nice flat angle by any means. How far out are we? We're still 18 days out. Let's add a maneuver. All right, we're in Duna's sphere of influence now. Unfortunately, we came in ahead of the planet, which is not ideal, but so it's still coming this way and it's going to catch up to us. But I've maneuvered a new node that should take us well into Duna's atmosphere, I've heard. Just quick save. That between 10 and 20,000 is pretty good, about where you want to be. So I took us down to 17. We'll see how that goes. Small burn. Now we have to be careful here. We do not want to crash into the planet. And that gives us a... Yep, 16,674. And there's Duna's moon Ike. We can finally see Duna off in the distance. Can we find her on here? Not yet. She's somewhere there. We'll see her soon enough. I'm sure I zipped right past her several times. Oh, there. Yeah. So you got Duna and you got Ike. And we will zip ahead to getting nearly inside the Kerbin system. Or Kerbin system. Nope, not that. She gets big in the window fast. All right, we can go a little further in here. How far out from the periaps are we? 1 hour. Coming in right over the pole. I'd like to take a temperature reading and a barometer reading inside the atmosphere. Closer and closer. Orbital speed is going to pick up real fast. And that's going to be the tricky part, is getting a smooth orbit, using enough of the atmosphere to be effective, but not so much of the atmosphere that we, don't come back out. So we will go ahead and get closer, I guess. Yeah. Ike over there is pretty easy to land on. It's another really good target, potentially. Maybe we can, if we are feeling gutsy on our way out, maybe we can do a small flyby. We'll probably be out of science at that point, but Come in right over the poles. Once it gets down to about 200,000, I'm going to take us out of warp here. Nope, won't be a difference. All right, so here we come. We want to be facing retrograde, I think. Retrograde to the surface. Will feel right. Yeah, you can't turn her that hard, Valentina. She's a big lumbering beast of a machine. 3,000 feels plenty good. I'm going to zip ahead, let her dial it in a bit, and we will fast forward up till we're within 100,000. I don't really know where Duna's atmosphere starts. I do know that we're still speeding up here pretty good. Oh, this is exciting. This is fun. And maybe we'll do a quick EVA at about 100,000. That should give us time to do a quick EVA. Nice safe one. All right, we will save first. Let her position. We're going to do a crew report from Duna. Nice. Yeah, overwrite the existing one. The planet is very red and appears to have deep brown furrows across the surface. There does appear to be some kind of ice at both poles, though. And we will let her do a quick EVA. Don't stay out there too long. We're coming in hot. All right. Yep, we recorded. And forward back in. Once we're actually in the atmosphere, no, I'm not going to open the pod bay doors, as they say. But I guess I'll have to. So we'll do the barometer reading quick, because if we start to get atmospheric effects, I don't want our pod to blow our... Why can't I... Ugh. There it is. Okay, waiting to hit the atmosphere. Still want to hold it retrograde. Coming in not too fast, manageable. It's got a nice sort of red effect to its atmosphere there. Okay, we are in the atmosphere. We're going to log some pressure data. Collected and recorded. Keep experiment. We're going to do some mystery goo. We're going to close those doors. You observe the goo. And maybe we can do... Okay, we are now hitting the atmospheric effects. This is the part where I get nervous. Let's go ahead and check our materials bay. Good, good, good. Expose the material samples to the environment, taking notes of how it behaves. We are 1 minute from periapse. And we want to swing that around. I'm probably going to light her up pretty soon. I don't want to miss the chance to get my orbit. This is helping us burn off some speed. Still no heat effects. Once we're closer to the periapsis, gonna burn. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, those heat effects are kind of scary now. Don't you... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Oh, that's real bad. Oh, that's too bad. Oh. So maybe not 20,000. All right. How do we get out of this situation? Because we are going to need to go up. Nope, that's down. Is that bringing our periapse up? What a waste of fuel. Where'd that happen? About 30,000? All right, let's hold it there. Okay. So just as exactly our first try here to go around Duna, learned an important lesson. The atmosphere of Duna is thicker than anybody thought. All right. Good. I think we can grab that quick EVA. EVA report. Do all this stuff again. I'm not going to quick save because... Oh. Hold it at retrograde. We are going to do a crew report. Do we already do? It's fine. We'll do one now. Open that. Get our mystery goo. And our barometer reading. Close those. Log our temperature. Close that. Okay, this time coming in at the periaps again. I don't think we're going to have nearly the trouble we had last time, but we're just not going to get that much of impact from the atmosphere either, I don't think. If any, because we're staying high. And no reason to kill... she had a bad dream. That was her nightmare. And we just kind of got to look into it like she was daydreaming. And then now this is the real thing. All right, let's go ahead and try and get that orbit. And once we've got an orbit at all, I'm going to just kind of kill it. I don't know if we're going to have to normalize the orbit at all. Okay, oof, that is one ugly orbit. All right, we have cleared the periaps. And we've done it. We've achieved just the dumbest orbit around Duna. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, let's do the materials bay, too. And anything else? I think I got all the science. There's Ike. Looking good. Coming in. Yeah. So somewhere between 40,000 and 25,000 is a good safe spot to come into and burn. Let that be a lesson to you. Now we need to figure out how to get home. So let's see. How are we going to... I mean, kind of worried about that orbit. Like, I'm not sure that's... Because we'll have to speed up to come home. We'll have to kind of go past it. What can we do? And welcome back to How Not to Do Duna with Sean's Hands. Boy, I just have it. Years have passed. Perhaps in real time, too. This is so far the best approach I can get to Kerbin. Completely... I had to just kind of change the orbits, just get Kerbin in a better position. Still just so much burn. Ugh, leaves us so little. But we don't have forever. No one wants to live forever. You know, there's a part of me that's wondering if there was a reason I didn't send Jeb. Maybe I just love Jeb too much. Maybe I just knew. So we're going to get into interstellar space, and we'll try and do some adjustments from there. No promises. I evened out my orbit a bit, and that used a bunch of Delta V. I don't have my big rocket anymore. We'll just see. I mean, we'll just see. Maybe we'll make it home. You never know. All right, need about at least a minute, I would say, to burn with this Terrier engine, 1,000 Delta V. So we will zip into action here. And we are off, hopefully towards home. Terrifyingly close, like just aiming right at the planet. Just everything about this burn is bad. All the decisions I've made have been just bad. Bad. But this is the situation we find ourselves in. That's what makes this game fun. Quotes. Fun. Okay. Halfway there. It's not going to leave us a lot of... We're gotta hope we can get a good slowdown in the high upper atmosphere of Kerbin. Yeah. We'll just see. Like, what more can we do? We're going to come zipping past the planet at interstellar speeds. Valentina's days... Well, we'll just see. Let's not make any big proclamations at this point. Who knows? If we can even just establish a really, really sketchy orbit around Kerbin, I would be really happy with that. All right, so now we go past Duna. Let's go to our Duna escape. Warp there, and goodbye, Duna. All right, great. So now what? So at our closest, let's just get close. So Kerbin is going to go around the sun and meet us on the other side. Basically, we're gonna go whipping past it. Another. Oh no. Yeah, because I'm still orbiting the sun. Oh no, it's not going to go whipping past us. All right, so I'm just in a solar orbit now, and here's where I'll catch it. So I'll probably set up a maneuver node over here. Yeah, I'm just basically leaving slowed down so that Duna would go flying past, and we're just sort of in a fall, slow, awful fall towards the sun. So how do I want to figure this thing out? Distance is a long way away. Some 13 billion meters. Roughly. Alright, let's see. Is there a maneuver I can do to close this in a bit? Alright, so closest approach is 650. Can I get an intercept? Nope, that won't do it. 360. That's a 360. Ugh. I just can't burn off the speed fast enough. Oh, that's more delta V than we've got. All right. What else can I do? Does that do anything? That doesn't do anything. What if I kept slowing down? Got 600 and something in the bank. 670 in the bank. Number's just not coming down fast enough. Maybe I should have done it sooner. 300. Oh, that doesn't make much difference. $90,000 kilometers. Okay, here we go. Kerbin periapsis is awful. Okay, 60 million, 50 million, 40 million, 30 million. Nice, 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 nice. Ooh. 7 million, 6 million, 5 million, 3 million. 2 million, 1 million. Let's not get greedy. Let's be a little greedy. Ooh, a few 100,000. Oof. All right. 100,000 meters. 348. That's going to leave us about 300 in the tank. And God knows how fast we'll be going. We're moving at 9,000 meters per second. It just does not seem like we're going to... I can't imagine a situation where we don't either burn up in the atmosphere or not have enough left in the tank to stave off certain doom. But, like I said, who wants to live forever? And she'll go flinging back off into space. We can always stage a rescue mission of some kind. All right, let's try and burn this thing. Slowing down a little bit. I mean, a few hundred at the most. Might as well get it precise. All right. And that puts it at a periapsis of still 1 million. Okay. So be it. God, still have an orbit of 8,000 meters per second. Get closer. No, we're just gonna... No, let's not do that maneuver node. Let's get even closer. 322 meters per second of delta V left in the tank. Time to periapsis is still quite a ways out. And we will come into Kerbin's influence now. All right, what do we got? Our periapsis is 1.4 million. Have to find a way to bring that in. I have to go into the upper atmosphere for sure. How far down can we afford to go? 40,000 maybe? I mean, we gotta get a lot slower. Not 17,000. I mean, we're gonna have to go deep into the atmosphere, I think. It is tough to say. I think we'll have to eject our final stage somewhere up here and then just hope for the best. Well, the orbit's not... Okay, our orbital speed's only 1381. If that holds even remotely true, then we can burn off the last of the speed as we get close to the planet. And then dump it and just hope for the best. I think that's our best option. We will burn a little bit here. Go ahead and line up that trajectory. All right, and that is an intercept, I believe, into Kerbin, which I don't know that we want. But let's get a little closer. We are coming inside the orbit of Minmus. All right, we're still holding at about 1400 delta V. Periapsis of 31. Right now, a periapsis of 2 kilometers right here. Oof. Well, now I'm dizzy. All right. Autosave and hope for the best. Good luck. Valentina. Warp here. Okay. She's getting big in the window. We're inside the orbit of the moon again. We can see home. Let's dash in. See what we can do. Orbit's not getting too fast. We may... I'm starting to feel much better about this. 600,000, 500,000, 400,000, 300,000, 200,000, 150,000. We are inside 100,000. 3,470 meters per second in the orbit. I think we're going to burn that off when we hit the atmosphere. Whatever we got left in the tank. Hold retrograde. And then we will eject at 70,000. Orbital speed 3,500. That seems doable. Hit the gas. See if we can't slow some of this down. Periaps is inside 2,800. Tank's empty. All right. Now our fate is in the heat gods. I did put a heat shield on this, yeah. Let's track that ablator. Ablator's holding okay. I'm going to hold that periaps, or retrograde as well as we can. Oof, she's getting hot. Come on, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Slow it down. Don't you burn up on me. Don't you die on me, Valentina. You can do this. Orbital speed still over 3,000. Closing under 35 kilometers. We've lost the booster stage. Surface speed still well over 3,000 meters per second. Periaps is dropping. Blader is holding under 3,000 meters per second speed. We are coming up on our periaps. We have an apoaps, which means we have an orbit. 2,700. Slowing way down hard now. Ablator's good. Periaps is okay. We are coming in for a landing. Live or die. We're either coming in as a crater, or we are going to bring back just a ton of science. Speed approaching 2,000. Heat concern's gone. It's just a matter of if we can slow down enough in the atmosphere before hitting the water. Got a nice, smooth sort of reentry. Oh my God, is this going to work out? 1,700. Still above 20 kilometers. Blader's still over half. Yeah. Oh, nope. I'm not going to say it. Valentina, super chill. Super chill Valentina. She's got no worries. She feels real good about this whole thing. 18 kilometers up. Blader still above half. Surface speed approaching 1,000 meters per second. We're losing heat effects, entering atmospheric effects with 14 kilometers still up. And we are looking real good for landing. Oh, heat effects nominal. Turning off SAS, turning off RCS, spinning wildly. It's okay. 10 kilometers down to 300. And we can deploy chutes. Oh, why not? Well, we'll go down a little more. Man. This is what they call in technical terms plummeting, but that's okay. Deploy chutes at 5,000 meters, 5 kilometers up. We'll go ahead and deploy and make sure we're good. And deploy. Chute deployment looks good. Where did we come in on this thing? We came in this cool sea on the other side of the planet. I don't know, it's the Kerbin Space Center is right down here. We're not far from home at all. Saving, warping, 1,500, 1,000. Chutes deployed down to 4 meters per second. Woo! Valentina Kerbin, you did it. Ugly, ugly trip to Duna. You should be ashamed of your trajectories. You did some bad, bad burns. You had a bad dream about blowing up. But here we are, 400 feet. 300. 250. Oh, warp could go a little faster. I know. I'm complaining about it every time. 150. 100 feet. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Recover vessel. Oh, that got real sketchy. But we brought home 416 science. We brought home Valentina. She leveled up just a bunch. She's now our most advanced pilot. And that's going to do it for this episode of Kerbal Space Program. I have been Sean Sands. I'm exhausted. Thank you for joining me as always, and we will see you real soon.